Western meadowlark, Sternella neglecta, 6.3 to 10.2 inches, 16 to 26 centimeters. The buoyant flute-like melody of the western meadowlark ringing out across a field can brighten anyone's day. Meadowlarks are often more easily heard than seen unless you spot a male singing from a fence post. This colorful member of the blackbird family flashes a vibrant yellow breast crossed by a distinctive black V-shaped band. Look and listen for these stout ground feeders in grasslands, meadows, pastures, and along marsh edges throughout the West and Midwest, where flocks strut and feed on seeds and insects. The western meadowlark is the size of a robin, but chunkier and shorter-tailed, with a flat head, long slender bill, and a round-shouldered posture that nearly conceals its neck. The wings are rounded and short for the bird's size, and the tail is short, stiff, and spiky. Western meadowlarks have yellow underparts with attractively patterned brown, black, and buff upperparts, with a black V crosses the bright yellow breast. Contrasting stripes of dark brown and light buff mark the head. The outer tail feathers flash while in flight. Look for western meadowlarks foraging on the ground alone or in winter in small, loose flocks. When flushed, western meadowlarks fly low with wings below the horizontal, gliding and flapping with short, stiff, quail-like wing beats. In spring and summer, males sing out from atop fence posts, bushes, power lines, and other high points. Western meadowlarks seek the wide open spaces of native grasslands and agriculture fields for spring and summer breeding and winter foraging. Look for them among low to medium height grasses more so than in tall fields. They also occur along the weedy verges of roads, marsh edges, and mountain meadows up to 10,000 feet. Western meadowlarks eat both grain and weed seeds along with insects. They show a distinctively seasonal dietary pattern, foraging for grain during winter and early spring, and for weed seeds in the fall. In late spring and summer, they probe the soil and poke beneath dirt clods and manure piles, seeking beetles, ants, cutworms, grasshoppers, and crickets. As they forage, meadowlarks use a feeding behavior called gaping, inserting their bill in the soil or other substrate, and prying it open to access seeds and insects that many bird species can't reach. The female western meadowlark chooses a nest spot on the ground in a pasture, prairie, or other grassland habitat. She seeks out a small dip of depression, such as cow footprint, often shielded by dense vegetation, that it can make the nest difficult to see. Resident to medium-distant migrant, traveling mainly in small flocks, western meadowlarks leave the breeding grounds in the northern part of their range of Canada and the northern U.S. to winter farther south. Small numbers may overwinter in the north during mild years. Those living at high elevation move to lower elevations in winter. Male western meadowlarks have a complex two-phrase primary song that begins with 1 to 6 pure whistles and descends to a series of 1 to 15 gurgling warbles. Males develop a repertoire of up to a dozen songs and may switch the songs they sing in response to an intruder. When chasing competing males or responsive females, male western meadowlarks give a hurried, excited flight song of short-spaced whistles and warbles. The western meadowlark's most common call is a low bell-like pluck or chup, which they use when disturbed and during courtship and territorial displays. Female western meadowlarks also give a soft rattle during courtship and egg laying, as well as a low-intensity TTT when building the nest and laying eggs. For their first few weeks after leaving the nest, young birds give a simple high-pitched location call, which is replaced by a weet note once the birds are independent. Adults use the weet note when migrating. Whenever you're out in open country, you might as well see this bird perched or standing on the ground or perching on fence posts. Overall, the most important thing you need to know about this bird is its voice, because if you hear a beautiful song like this, that means this will make your day feel even better.